Titties. Yes, I finally got them after having played for a couple of hours already. And now that I have your attention, let's talk about Bonelab. I had the chance to play the game from the very beginning until the very end, until the credits rolled before its official launch. And exactly so I did. So I have lots of thoughts about the game. First of all, let me answer the following question. Is the game worth the $40 asking price? Yes. A resounding yes. But that is only true for VR lovers who already have their VR legs. Because if you are an absolute beginner, this is probably not for you, because the game is not going to take you by the hand and show you what VR is about. This expects you to already love VR, and if you do, you are going to love this game. I have much more to tell you, so absolutely stay tuned, watch the whole video, because all of this goodness is coming up. Bonelab. All of the VR industry is talking about it, and the hype that built in the last few days is pretty noteworthy. I'm glad to tell you that this hype is real. However, you gotta work, you gotta put in your work, because, well, I watched, just like you, the gameplay trailer, where at the note they showed us how amazing this game looks like. But when you first play it, well, you don't have the ability to change your avatars and to be all these different avatars. That happens later, much later in the game. And, well, honestly speaking, I thought the game would have been over at one point, where actually the game only begins. And the game doesn't tell you. You gotta find out yourself. So this is something important that I want to tell you directly at the beginning. There is much more to come. Don't stop when you are at level 2, at that area, at that bone hub where you can play all the different games. There is a whole different, bigger game after that. That is something that I simply want to tell you right now. So, you start with a tutorial, and the very first thing you do, you roll the dice, and then according to what you roll, you get a standard avatar. And, well, with that avatar, you start into the story, or into the tutorial, I would say. So it is like a medieval scene. There's some people who want to hang you. You have the noose in your hand, you put it around your neck, you later escape, and, well, you are off into the dungeons to find out about how you play the game, or how you control your character, and how the whole physics works. But anyways, also here, no big hand holding. You are finding out by yourself how everything works, how nicely you can take the weapons, and yeah, how amazing the physics work. You cannot do things like this in any other game. It is outstanding, and it's so fun to use those weapons. Once you finish with the tutorial, and, well, it is quite lengthy, not as long as in the first game, but yeah, quite lengthy, you will reach the Bone Hub. And, well, from here you can reach lots of different sections of the game. 6 to be exact. And yeah, let me tell you about these 6 areas. First of all, there is Tech Trial. And in Tech Trial, what you have to do, well, it is some kind of area where you have to shoot a certain amount of enemies in the fastest way possible, and then after you played it, you will see yourself ranked against the other players. And there are different kind of maps, so that is pretty nice, and probably lots of people will enjoy trying to beat those high scores. Then number 2 is Arena Mode. In Arena Mode, first of all, you can choose different arenas, and then in these arenas you could, for example, play until you die, and you play some different kind of game modes, just like arena style, and, well, that's what you do. Also, of course, you can go for the high score lists and simply play as long as you want. Nothing too fancy in my humble opinion. I'd rather play something else than this part, but, well, this is number 2. Number 3 is Sandbox Mode, and in the sandbox you have different kind of base areas where you can go, and in that sandbox you can build as many things or as interesting things as you want. You can spawn weapons, you can spawn enemies, you can set it up just as you would like it. And well, in the beginning I thought like, okay, this is nice, but it still misses some stuff, and we will get to that later, how you can get more things to put into this area. And I can already tell you, well, it is by finding these capsules, these round capsules that are spread over the whole game. But you know what? Actually, when you are there, you don't know yet how to use those capsules. You would find them, but you can't do anything with them. And well, you will just unlock this later. The game doesn't tell you this, by the way, right? So it's still you're all on your own, right? So sandbox mode. I'm sure you guys will have lots of fun with it. Then we go to mode number 4, and I truly loved this mode. Parkour mode. And in that mode you have several parkours that you can choose from, and these parkours are really absolutely not easy. You can think of it as some interesting jump and run level perhaps, or like Ninja Warrior. Do you know American Ninja Warrior? This in VR. And actually there's one stage which is totally made like this TV show. It is truly amazing, and I loved my time here. And I will post a video of me just beating one of your times out there. You will see, it's going to be fun. So this mode, I enjoyed it, and I can see myself going to this mode back several times since I simply want to win, and I simply want to get the highest score. It is so cool to see those blades, for example, and what kind of things you have to do, like simply like in Ninja Warrior. Amazing. Check it out. You're probably going to love it as much as I did. Then area number 5 is experimental, they call it. And at the moment there's one thing that you can do, and it's like a huge bowling area. And in this bowling area, you could play bowling with a huge bowling ball. Very interesting. And as the name already implies, it is indeed very experimental. Then there's number 6, mods. So this game is all about modding it. And when you go to the modding area, you can find mods that are made by the team, like official mods, and mods that are made by you later. Hopefully, I'm sure you're going to do it. So it is going to be different kind of avatars, and probably also levels, like whole levels, or something that people made in sandbox mode. For that part, I'm not sure yet, because, well, it was not yet full of things since I got the game before launch. So I'm sure this is going to be simply amazing, and people are going to put all kind of exciting stuff into it. Right now, I could choose like 2 different avatars that were made from the community, probably from some members of the community who already had access. So you could get some extra avatars. Yep, that is the 6 areas that you can do, that you can go and that you can have fun with. Also, there's an avatar selector, so you can choose your different kind of avatars, see how they look like, and change your avatar to the avatar that you chose. And they have several cool ones, like a huge one where suddenly you're a giant and everything around you looks super small, or they have an astronaut, and all kinds of different things. However, still, I was missing that kind of avatar system that we saw in that gameplay trailer, where you would simply choose the avatar from your elbow by pulling a line, and then you could on the fly change your avatar. But again, this happens way later in the game, so stay tuned. Okay, so at that point in time, I had tried everything out. I did the tech trial, I did the arena, I did parkours, tried the sandbox, and I was probably, I don't know, like 3 hours in, and I thought like, okay, so this is it? Is it just like this, and you simply have to go back to all these high score lists and try to beat them? No, there's much more. But I do believe some people might think that is all, because in order to get to the real game, you still have to solve a little puzzle that is built into that hub. And I don't want to spoil anything more, but well, you have to solve that little puzzle. Then you have access to the next area, and then, well, the actual game starts a bit. With a bit, I mean like, well, you still don't have this ability to change your avatars by using this line. It all happens way later, but you're starting to get into the rabbit hole. There, the actual game starts. And I don't want to spoil too much of it, but I still need to tell you a bit at least, right? So, well, you dig deep into the game, you start to shoot stuff. Obviously, you still solve some puzzles and some stuff. And then after probably around 1.5 or 2 hours, you are really deep in the rabbit hole, and then you go even deeper into the rabbit hole, because then you first find out how to use these capsules, right, that are scattered all over the place. And then you also find out that, yes, you get another ability now, and this ability means that you can earn new avatars and that you can actually use those avatars. But how that works is really, really cool. So later in the game, you go from stage to stage, and on every stage, you are able to earn a new avatar. Like, for example, one that is extremely strong or one that is extremely fast. But in order to earn them, to win them, you have to beat the stage. And each stage is basically a new video game genre. And I don't want to take it away, but let me give you one example, like the first, I believe. So, in one of these stages where you can win another avatar, you will win an avatar that is like very powerful, lots of muscles, right? And in order to win that, you have to beat the stage, and this stage is basically a brawler. You know, like Double Dragon or Streets of Rage or any of those. And you really feel like you are in this kind of game, but in VR, obviously. And then at the end of that stage, you win that avatar. And then you go to the next level. And in the next level, you win another avatar by beating another type of game. Like, for example, a racing game. In order to win, the card that we saw in the gameplay trailer, and another avatar that is specifically light, and so on and so forth. This goes for another 6 or 7 levels or so. And you know what? Just then the game starts. The actual game where you have to choose those avatars by using that elbow line, because then you need the specific abilities of the avatars to really actually beat the game. Oh my goodness. So yes, don't stop after you go to the Bone Hub and see those 6 different areas. The actual game is behind that. It was so genius to come up with this idea, and also the game itself, it's simply fun. All the physics, they just work as ever. The gunplay is fun. The puzzles that they put into it, they are fun. These different kind of genres that you play are fun, and also then the main game, once you have to use the abilities, it's also fun. It's a really nice roller coaster ride. I cannot say it in a different way. It's just a fun game. And beating the game, it took me like probably 8 hours or so. Yeah, but well, I believe you could probably do it faster, or you could take some more time depending on your play style. However, now hear me out. After you've beat the game, actually, that is only when the real game starts. It is crazy, as I know, but actually you're supposed to build your own game with all the capsules, with all the tools that you found in the game until then, right? So you can build your own world with whatever you found in the sandbox mode. You can come up with all kind of different ideas, and it's about you creating the game that happens after these 8 hours. And I'm telling you, I seldom finish a game, but this I really had to finish it because I wanted to see what it's all about, this hype, and if the hype is real. And yes, it is real, especially because you get all of this goodness on the Quest. It is an unbelievable mobile game. I cannot say it in a different way. It looks so great, and you have to watch Marco's video where he's like comparing Quest version and the PC version. It is great. I had a fantastic time, even though the videos that you saw here, they are taken from the PC VR version. The reason is my Quest, the version 44 of the software, these experimental recording features, they didn't work together with the game. Yeah, anyways, I didn't have to tell you this, but, well, it is a beautiful, gorgeous game for Quest 2, and it is also still an amazing game if you play this on PC VR. So, I will go back to the game because I want to play the parkour again. I want to make the highest high score lists. By the way, I'm Mixed Reality TV if you're looking for me and if you want to beat my unbelievably amazing time. Not? Yeah, so I will go back to the game. I don't have the time to probably build whole worlds, but I will look at worlds and levels that other people will build, and I'm looking forward to that. So you can play this game for so much more time in the future. It has such a huge replay value, and it is an amazing game that lives up to its hype, and I can wholeheartedly recommend it to you. But again, only if you are already a VR lover. If you're a VR beginner, wow, this is a bit tough because, well, this game, it even made me a bit sick. Even though I already have grown my VR legs, right? But there is really absolutely no comfort mode. There's no vignette, nothing. Everything is just full power, free locomotion. And yeah, because, well, if you climb or if you bump into something, it still feels like your body is some kind of made out of rubber. It's a bit rubbery, right? So there's lots of movement going on, and this could make you sick. Also, other sections of the game, like I mentioned, this kind of car racing, also there's no comfort mode at all. And, well, even me, I had to make a break, right? It is really full power. You are a VR lover, you're used to it, take it, you will love it. But if you're new, come on, probably play Half-Life Alyx, a game where they really, take care of you and slowly ease you into this VR thing. Yeah, this is not about easing you into it. This is like putting you into it. It's amazing. Go, take it, just like that, and it's fun. The game is cross-buy, so simply get it for Quest, and you also have the PC VR version, which looks a bit better, of course, but the Quest version is already beautiful. Really amazing that you can get a game like Bonelab into that mobile processor and make it feel like it is just made for it, and you could feel like you are on a PC. It is fantastic. So, stress level 0, you guys are absolutely amazing. I'm blown away by your game, and I'm telling you, it happens really seldom that I play a game from really beginning to the very end, but I did it for this, and it was absolutely worth it. Go and get it, if you have the VR legs, you know. And it's truly everything that I wanted to tell you about this game. I really hope that you enjoyed this full review of a game here on MRTV. Come on, how did you like that? I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was lots of work to play the game. Much more work than telling you here for 30 minutes or so. But I think it was worth it for me to do it. And I hope it was worth it for you too. If yes, give it a thumbs up. And for sure, you have to subscribe to this channel and click on the bell button so that you don't miss anything. And now, you should write a comment. And for the algorithm, of course, and you should go to the MRTV Discord server, because there, now, I'm going to make a gaming section. Yeah, it's new, you know, normally MRTV on just hardware, no. Let's start to talk about games like this as well, and I can help you with all of your problems with the game, since I've truly played it through, so do ask your game-related questions in the comment section or on the MRTV Discord server. That is everything I got from you again, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.